Hey guys, welcome to Breaking Point F1 2023. So today we are back with the Breaking Point 2 from the last episode. I told you guys, I promised you guys, so we're gonna start this let's play. This is a story of, it's a continuation, so we're going straight into it. So we're gonna choose the difficulty here. I'm gonna go with challenging because hard, I tried hard, it was a little too edgy, so we are on challenging. I mean, it's just the story anyway. We're going straight into it.
Previously, in Breaking Point.
Aeiden, please tell us, how does it feel to be on the verge of getting behind the wheel for your very first race?
I feel like a little kid. I look around and I'm surrounded by my heroes.
And tell me about Casper Ackerman. How is that relationship coming along?
It wasn't my fault.
Well, whose fault was it then?
He tried to stop them from signing you. Didn't want to play babysitter. We all feel sorry for you, mate. You never stood a chance with him.
I had a call this morning from Christian Horner. You're being watched.
You know what his problem is, don't you? Thinks you're getting too old.
You want respect, you give respect. That's how it works. How about you give me a little respect? How about you earn it first? I'm done. You what? I'm retiring. Why didn't it work out between you two? He's on more money than me.
What? He didn't want me on the team.
Didn't I? And you thought I was past my best?
So none of this is true.
There's always gossip in the paddock. And ever since he's arrived, there's been one man at the center of it all. I want us to push for fourth. I want us to beat Butler. And I want that seat to go to you.
So Alfa Romeo potentially on track to really upset AlphaTauri here. Butler's closing in on Ackerman. Down the inside he goes, and they've hit each other. Butler into the barrier, and that looks to be the end of the race for him. The Dutchman looks to be continuing and...
It's great to see him still in this fight, Crofty.
Got the third, Aeiden. What about Casper?
We let Aiden pass.
Let Aeiden pass.
We did it.
We did it. Have you seen the crash yet?
Butler's okay?
Bruised ego, perhaps.
So that marks the end of Breaking Point 1. So it's from F1 2021 season. So now they're going to put us into F1 2022 season. It's a new car, it's a new team, Miami Grand Prix. Several races into the 2022 season. Chapter 1, 2022, a new era of Formula 1 and overhaul of the technical regulations marks the first major update to the sport for several years, but it's not only the new cars that are turning heads down in the paddock. So apparently it's the new team. We'll see.
What was it like bringing a brand new team to the F1 grid?
You know, the first time you see a car, your car, with your branding, your name on it, in a race, alongside Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, that's what it's all about.
You make it sound like a dream come true.
If only.
When did you first get a sense of what was in store for Connor Sport?
2022 season, straight out of the box. The drivers were always going to clash. That was a calculated risk. But the car had problems.
Yeah. So this is a new team, like fictional team, guys, remember?
Some fantastic driving here today, especially, I have to say, from Aeiden Jakson. I don't think I've ever seen the Connor Sport car being put through its paces quite like this.
This is a team, Connor Sport, that have got a lot to prove this season, but Jakson might just be the man to do it.
So we're going straight into the race. So this is how it works, the cutscene, and then you do the objective. So it's like finish the race now. We're gonna try to finish this race ahead. So we just have to finish, but we are playing a game. We are going full on. We're gonna get how much ever ahead possible. So already we are on DRS with Tsunoda. So we're going to go for a move, I think, here, but it's still too far. So we settle down. So this is the F1. This is 2022 cars in the new game. So like in the new handling model. The one thing, this is like second ever like day of this game. So I was playing pretty bad. Like I'm still getting used to it. I cut the corner there, so don't mind it. And here, when I was trying to get on the accelerator, my car just does this. I did how much I could to save it. It got us close, and then we go for the move here. Overtake him on the straight. DRS is really powerful in the new game, and this is F122 cars. Yeah, so in this game, it's like the older cars, like the last year's cars. You're driving it on this. So the story, that's how it works. You go into the story like that. So now we're setting up a move on Alonso, and who's ahead? Schumacher. Yeah. So it was a very fun time driving this. If F122 had this handling, it'll be so good. And let me talk about the story a little bit. So this is like a guy, we're driving as Aeiden Jakson, and there's his villain kind of thing. He's called Devin Butler, as you can see, as you can saw in the beginning. So they both are teammates in this story. So you know how that's gonna end. So that's where it began. So they both are like fighting. They only want to know what's going on with each other. They're like fictional drivers. They're not real. So we're gonna see how the story goes. Essentially like DTS kind of like vibes, like a very cinematic sort of racing situation. It's a very interesting story. F1 2021, he switches back Schumacher with the move. We did good moves on this race. He couldn't come back. So we deploy some ERS. We hit the wall there. Yep. And that wasn't interesting. Nice. Well, we didn't take any damage. I don't think there's damage on. And he goes for the move. He duns us. Absolutely. But we go down the inside and we mess it up on the curbs. That's the thing. I never got used to the curbs. So we're going on the move on the outside, which is going to turn into the inside, where he's going to pinch us. And we still get DRS. And we're going for the move. We do not care. Man tried to push us into the wall. So this is F1 2022, and we are seeing what's happening with this new car. This is a very good looking car though, for a fictional team, I would say. They did well. And the guy you saw in the beginning, he's the one who told the drivers will always class. So they're like, gonna class. Speaking of classing, Butler has caught up to us. He overtook us. We cut to the straight end. And we go on a curb again. We are pretty bad at the curb. Again, this is my second day. So yeah, don't judge. And then we're going for the move. We don't really care. We're going for the pride. We want to beat Butler on track. The objective is finish the race. It's not going to change the story or anything. We go super deep there. And then we go into the Mickey Mouse section. We're going to see what's going to happen. A cutscene coming in. I think there will be a cutscene coming in now. So yeah, that's a very interesting cutscene. It's a very... So the guy, we keep going. It's a very fast race. There it is.
I'm losing power. Why am I losing power? Copy that. We see it. We're looking into it. Okay, I'm afraid you're going to have to retire the car, please, Aiden. Retire the car.
Oh no.
You're joking. I'm sorry, Aiden. Pull over now, please. Pull over now. This is getting ridiculous.
And that's agonising for Jakson.
Yep.
Just a few laps left to go, and he's out of the Miami Grand Prix.
With every race, the car looks like a constant problem.
Yeah, it's a very big problem.
It must be devastating for the drivers.
Confirmation as the car comes to a halt. The Connor Sports Aeiden Jakson won't be seeing the checkered flag today, but it looks like his teammate will. Jackson's DNF puts
Well, that's annoying.
in a position where he might just be able to secure some points for Connor Sports.
Aiden's out. Yep, engine problem, I'm afraid. Good job, you got
Oh, look at the trash talk.
too hard. We cannot risk losing both cars here.
Now you guys know about this guy.
All okay, Aiden? Yeah, how's Devon doing?
They only want to think about each other. Like, this guy finished ahead. Oh, this guy is so washed. Like, kind of like that. They're like Tom and Jerry, I suppose, you know. And that's the end of that. And then we go into the post-race, I guess. Miami Grand Prix post-race. Frustration and engine issue forces Connor Sports' Aeiden Jakson to retire from the Miami Grand Prix only a few laps from the end of the race. And
If it's not one thing, then it's another. Did you not see what happened out there today?
Aiden, I agree with you 100%. We are doing everything we can. I know the car is not perfect, but...
Andreo, it's every race. Do you know how I look losing easy points like this?
knock. Sounds like there's a right show going on in here. What am I missing?
Not now, Devon.
Aiden and I were just discussing issues with the car.
Again? I thought that was all in hand.
What do you mean?
I had no problems today. Smooth. You know what they say? A shoddy workman always blames his tools. mate. You can look at my setup data anytime you want. I've told you that. It might help.
And I've told you before, it's not a setup issue. The problem is...
Jakson. That was the problem with the 2022.
Man, what a cut.
I mean, at the end of 21, everyone thought Aeiden was going to be signed by one of the big three. But, guess they couldn't reach an agreement, so we both signed for Connorsport.
And do you think that affected Aiden?
That's no secret. Now, for that 22 season, Jakson was a nightmare.
Hearts says who? Wow, I think that's the end of. So we are in this hub looking thing. So this is where you can see the whole performance. You can read this if you want, guys. Pause. So this is where the story takes place. We got some, fictional news about the new team. Apple struggles is a struggling team. We got a phone call. Yep, we have phone calls. And yeah.
Aiden, hey, I wanted to give you a heads up. Now look, the crew has shared the latest telemetry data with us.
Fine, but I don't think it will tell me anything I don't already know.
Just humor me, okay? I'd like you to go through it. Let me know if anything jumps out. I'm keen to iron out these problems as quickly as possible for you.
Sure thing. Thanks, Andrea.
No thanks needed. I've got your back, Aiden. Remember what I said when you joined the team. I won't let you down. Ackerman wouldn't let me hear the end of it.
Yeah, sounds like Casper. You know he told me the same, right? It's just tricky, what with the car and Devon poking his nose in any chance he gets.
Poke his nose.
Going on for sure.
He's so annoying.
We'll get there. I'll have a word with the Devon. Tell him to give you some space, both on and off the track, okay?
Yeah, alright. Good luck with
Yeah,
that.
good luck. He'll definitely listen. He'll definitely give him space. Yeah, definitely. So that's the end of this chapter 1 of Breaking Point, essentially episode 1. So this is where we guys can see, you guys just get the gist of the story. So this is like some actual F1 people, like YouTubers in this right there. They're like, apparently they're in social media. So leave a like if you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe if you like this kind of story. This is a good story, so make sure you stay with us. We have to see what Aeiden Jakson and Devon Butler and the Connorsport are gonna go up to. Can Connorsport hit glory like they wanted? And can Aeiden Jakson beat his evil teammate? Let's see. See you guys on the next one.